Hello, friends and fellow rock and roll enthusiasts. TGIF. Hope everybody's doing great out there. Just checking in real quick. I wanted to tell you that tickets are on sale for August 16 and 17. The In Stereo album release party at 3rd and Lindsley in Nashville, Tennessee. So the plan is to have 2 nights of music. I think we're going to have 2 special guests per night, 2 different special guests per night. So really excited about that. We've been talking about doing this for a long time. Sweet Ron Bryce, who runs 3rd and Lindsley, is a dear, dear, dear old friend of mine. Love that boy. So I'm really, really glad to be doing that gig there. We're gonna have a good time. We're gonna use Guthrie's band. We'll even go through the trouble of rehearsing a little to work out a few songs for you to play. That'll be great. But yeah, so if you plan a little trip to Nashville on the hottest time of the year, there it is, August 16, 17. But that club is nice and air conditioned. We'll play a little music for you and make you forget about how hot it is outside. And let's see, I had a blast today. Just got home from a session. Worked all day with my dear friend Dave Cohen, the keyboard player, producer. Working on a young female artist that he's producing named Priscilla Block. We just did a bunch of overdubs at his place. Had a good time. Now, I thought it was interesting. I just sort of grabbed a few guitars on the way out the door. You know, when I was heading over there, I grabbed this pedal board and a Princeton Reverb, which I always grab when I'm doing a non-cartage session. And I brought 3 guitars. And I realized when I got there, they were all new guitars. You guys would have been proud of me for setting aside my vintage love for just one session. I brought my Sten Strat, my Duesenberg Session Man, and the new Gibson Theodore, which is a pretty deadly combination if you think about it. Those 3 guitars can cover a ton of ground. I mean, the Theodore is a killer in the studio. It's the first time I've ever used it on a session. It sounded amazing. So lightweight, so easy to play. I love that guitar. And of course, the Session Man is just crushing. I think there is something so special about that piezo pickup when you're doing overdubs in the studio. The way that thing reacts with clean sounds and dirty sounds, you don't need a lot of it. Just blend a little bit in. You know, like if you got a chorus part that's like, you get that 1176 compression going, get a little bit of that piezo going with a clean sound. It's just like someone cracked an egg over your head and it's just dripping down real nice. Did that get weird? Sorry if that got weird. But man, I love that guitar so much, and it's so in tune, and it's just so easy to play. There's a really wide variety of sounds that come out of that guitar. I promise I'm not trying to sell you anything. But man, if you bought a Duesenberg Session Man and took it to one session, you would realize that that's probably one of the most versatile guitars a person could ever play. You can cover a lot of ground with that thing, which is what I love about those instruments. One last thing I was going to tell you. Did you notice that sparkling, beautiful, clean, low-end business that was just going on there? I hope it's translating through the iPhone. It sounds unbelievable in here. It's an old Fender 212 cabinet that I recently got. Blonde cab, and it's got a couple of those old Electro Voice SRO speakers. You guys remember those? I'll post a picture on this video of what they look like. I think they're from the late 60s, early 70s. Giant coffee can magnets, cream baskets. I've always wanted a pair of those, but they're hard to find. They're kind of the predecessor of the EV12L. But man, you heard what it sounded like. It's unbelievable how pure. It's like, it's got the JBL thing, but it's a little more musical and not quite as like sterile. Thanks to my friend Rue for turning me on to that cab. If you're out there watching, what's up, bro? But yeah, Ebo is a big fan of those old SRO speakers too. You just don't ever see them anywhere. They're very hard to find. And Bubba, my guru up in Cleveland that I learned all this vintage stuff from, was the first person ever to tell me about those speakers. He used to use them in the old days. So if you ever see a set of old EV, they're called SP12s, I believe. SROs, they call them SRO speakers. You should definitely get some because they're fucking cool. All right, friends. Hot tip from Uncle Larry. Have a great night. I'll see you soon. Okay, have a great weekend. See you, friends.